Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to that song and you're able to start to sing along a bit. There's a lot of words in that song, aren't there? And if you really listen to the words in the verses, there's a lot of concepts in there. Some of them are quite difficult, but hopefully in singing them, it helps you to learn. Now, we can't talk about everything that's in that song today. We're just going to focus on the chorus and on the idea that God's ways are not the same as our ways. That's what we're going to think about today. So, we're going to have a look at the Bible verses. Now, they're there in your book, but I'd love you to look them up in a real life Bible if you can as well, or on a phone. The verses are in Isaiah chapter 55, verses 8 and 9. So if you'd like to go and get an actual Bible, you can pause the video and go and look that up. Okay, great. Hopefully you've got your Bible now and you can look up Isaiah chapter 55. Now, if you're in the older class, P4s to 7s, maybe you can have a read of the whole chapter, either just now or you can do it later on, maybe before you go to bed. I'd love you to read the whole chapter because it's a really, really good chapter, Isaiah 55. But we're just going to look at verses 8 and 9 just now. So I'm going to read them out. You can follow along with me if you're able. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Now, what does that mean? It's maybe a little bit confusing, but hopefully you'll understand more by the time we get to the end of this lesson today. Now, I thought that it might be helpful to think of an example of a Bible story that you probably already know, which shows us how God's ways and God's plans and purposes are way above ours and so much better than ours in a way that we can't really understand. So I'd like you to have a think about the story of Paul, or Saul as he starts, and then he becomes Paul later, doesn't he? So I've put a little video down below this one to tell you the story of Paul. And so have a watch of that, and then come back and I'll tell you why that's an example of what we're talking about today.